This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled, I'm Home Within Myself. Dear ones, your life is shifting so rapidly that 3D fear is becoming outdated, and the new is prospering. Even though nothing new may be noted in your day-to-day life, it is displayed in one little act or thought after another. Perhaps you fear what might happen, only to have that fear dissolve with new information. Or you have new thoughts or actions that would have seemed counterintuitive or wrong just weeks ago. Yet that is not who you are now. What was is no more, including you and those you interact with. Even though the number of your interactions is likely much smaller than was true in the past, your current interactions are more honest and appropriate for you. You no longer feel the need to pretend you must say or do something because it is right for another or society, or act as if you wish to be someone you are no longer. Your current waves of fear are more in line with who you are becoming than who you have been. You question your motives and actions more than was true in the past because they feel so unlike who you used to be. Your fears are not about who you should be, but about who you are becoming. Is this really me? When did I start acting or functioning like this, and why? Almost as if you are a stranger to yourself. But instead of a personal disconnect, you are flowing into yourself, minute by minute, allowing your true self to emerge. This new personal freedom has no boundaries, no indicators of who you should be. You may be fearful as you say and do things that seem to be wrong, but feel right. Your new self is so audacious, so bold, so unlike anything you dared to be in 3D. You are no longer the weak sycophant who performs according to rules established by others for your own good. You are independent and a bit unruly, refusing to comply with the expectations of others, including family and friends. This independence is an entirely new focus for you. Even though you might have wished for a somewhat different life before your transition, you have become so different that you question your thoughts and actions. Being different in 3D meant you knew that you were breaking the rules, but you were proud of doing so or did so for a particular reason. You are now ignoring the rules as not worth your time or energy. The difference between, I know I'm different, but I hope I find someone or some place that accepts me as I am, and I'm gloriously different, and I may never find someone I mesh with. But it doesn't matter, because this is who I need to be. Following another is no longer interesting or a need, something you have never experienced before your personal transition, or this time in Earth's history. Perhaps some of you had images of being in other dimensions and frequencies, going about their business in a lonely environment. Or your projections were of groups of entities sharing information and existence with one another. Both visions are accurate, but neither is your complete truth. For you have become one with the universes. As the veil lifts, you will find yourself interacting with beings, not of the earth, if you wish, as well as totally independent without many or any non-earth connections, if you want. And the same is true of your life while of the earth. You have shifted from acquiescing to who you should be to complete freedom to be who you are. Something others might now find confusing even though they are in a similar process. And there are still others who wish to remain of 3D. It is a confusing time, personally and globally. The heart-wrenching personal piece is you're not yet certain who you will become, So some days you'll function like this. Other days you'll discover surprising new thoughts and actions. Such is expected, for this major inner transition is a process much like 3D puberty. The difference is your new shifts will happen within days or a few weeks. What was is no more, and what will be is soon to be, if not already discovered. You have completed your transition. You are now adjusting to the interactions that align with that transition. A new being in a new world has been your ongoing transition mantra. Your new mantra is, I'm finally home within myself. So be it.